Hey everyone, it's BlueLizardJello, and before we get back into CREO World, I did want to show you exactly how you enter the DLC for the second time. So here we are just after the big sister fight. You can see her corpse down there. We're going to be heading into research and development. Remember, if you're in New Game, you have to do the first part of CREO World and then come back later on. So once we actually drop down into research and development, we are going to get a message from the operator in just a little bit. We are going to be ignoring all the enemies. We don't have any need to take them out just now. So run past this drone and this bot. Go through this little corridor. And then as we drop in...
Can you hear me? It's me, Largo. Listen, I got new information from the black box you found. You gotta come on back to CREO World. There's another entrance right around the corner from you. You can't miss it. We'll, figure things out when you're here.
If you are in New Game Plus or beyond, you don't have to exit just like we have, but for those of you who are playing the DLC in New Game, this is exactly what you have to do for the second half. So I'm running through, completely ignoring the med station, going to the incorrect door first, so this one would actually head back to Central Production B, but instead, right around the corner, you can see the sign for CREO World, and this large door here, this rolling door, this is how we're going to enter it for the second time, and I will see you on the other side. And welcome back to CREO World. Hey everyone, it's BlueLizardJello, and welcome back to my walkthrough for the Surges DLC. I should turn my lights on. A walk in the park. We are now in the third episode, which is going to be the final episode. Might be a little bit longer than the others, but we have a lot to cover, and this last section can be really maze-like, and I figured it would be better handled as a single episode than trying to chop it up, even though it would be a little bit more convenient. But before we go too deep, you can see I look pretty great. Let's take a look at the gear we'll be using, and we will be switching this out right at the end of the episode. Many of you probably already know why, but we'll talk more about that when the time comes. For weapons, I have 3 that I will be going between. I have the codename Moonlight, so this was added during the Cutting Edge DLC. This actually has the added benefit of giving you an extra 10% HP. Now that's only when it is equipped though, so just having it favored, it obviously doesn't do me any good, but that is a heavy duty weapon. I'll also be using Helvig's Kingfisher, which is a staff weapon. And then I also have the Severed Rotor Blade. So 2 weapons from this DLC, one of them from the Cutting Edge DLC. Everything has been upgraded to Mark III. This last half of the DLC is a lot more difficult. Things are a lot more tanky, they have more HP, and they hit a lot harder. So I felt prudent to go ahead and farm enough materials to get everything upgraded to Mark III, including my armor. So I am using the head of Bradley the Bean, the Mantis body gear, the Bloodied Proteus arms, and the Augur legs. Now, some of you immediately are going to be saying, but Blue, you don't get the gear bonuses. And that's true. I don't get any of the gear bonuses, but what I did was I selected them based on their attack speed, their stamina consumption, their drone energy consumption, and I just felt like this was kind of a good little mix. You can see my specs here if you want to take a look. You see my health is all the way at 214, my stamina is at 129, slightly lower stamina consumption overall. I do have 140% stamina consumption with running, which is a bit of a shame, but only 80% when it comes to dodging. My drone consumption is down to 70%. I'm pretty excited about this. You can see all my proficiencies are pretty much still in line with single rig and twin rig, eking them out just a little bit. Real quick look at my implants. We have the Vital Omni Audit. We got this from Chief Squad Officer Helvig. Then I have some more health with the Vital Boost, a couple of endurance enhancers, 1 Vanadium E-cell for more energy. I do still have my kinetic converter. I have fallen in love with this implant. Getting energy from blocking has just been so crucial. Just a couple of the Vital Injections, V3, so I'm getting 180 HP back per injection. A Concussive Array, so my impact will be higher when my energy is nice and high. And then I had to use an Ancillary Core XL, so give me that extra +9 to my core power. Okay, without further ado, let's go ahead and start wrapping up a walk in the park. So starting in this section, so remember, we just saw how I got here. This was right after the big sister fight. Right there, that is the item that we saw at the very beginning of CREO World that I said we had to loop around and get later. Now, we can take this exo lift, but what we could do instead is actually just get this item. So we're going to make a jump here, and then another jump, and it's just a pile of scrap, which is fine. We can always use more scrap. But if you're curious, that is this lift right here, did it actually unlock? It did. So remember that was actually locked previously. So even though it's a separate entrance, it does bring you still to the exact same entrance in the beginning. You're still going to head out into Iron Mouse Plaza. You still have the Operations Center. So what we're going to do is we're going to start here. We do have this big buddy with the Augur armor. Let's take him out. Let's go for... let's just go for head. Why not? Knock him down. Look at that damage. Absolutely beautiful. Didn't even have enough time to get the cut, and that's fine. So from here, instead of going to operations, we're actually going to beeline for a new weapon. This weapon I did mention in the second episode, but you can only get it if you have the Voltaic power supply from Dr. Chavez's office. So now that we have that, we are going to head back into the Project Resolve Center. And I am just going to disregard all the enemies here. Whoop, he almost got me. Because all we need to do is head up topside. We can ignore all of the lumberjacks. We can ignore the big buddies. Even the drone shouldn't give us too many problems. Head up this makeshift ramp. Don't get hit. And then just right over here. Take a look up. Oh. Okay. Let's just deal with this drone because apparently I wasn't in the right position. Get some free energy because why not? And there we go. With that Voltaic power supply, we can head in and get the SERU HSS Overloader. So this is similar to the Biomaster staff that you can get, but this is a one-handed version. Very high proficiency scaling, 45% energy gain, and it does a good amount of elemental damage. Really a decent weapon overall. One of the better... So, you know what? I'm just going to jump down. One of the better single-handed weapons, in my opinion. Yeah. I'm not too concerned because we're going to have the opportunity just to rest at the Operations Station in just a moment anyway. Remember back there was a door on the right-hand side that was locked. We're going to be opening that in this episode, as well as this right here actually becomes a nice little shortcut down below. Okay, but now that we have met Dr. Chavez, we got that note from the operator to come and talk to him, so let's see what he has to say, who we now know is named Largo.
So... you're back, huh?
So did you find out more about what the hell is going on here?
I sure did. It confirmed what I thought. There was a huge surge through the network, right before the controls on our chopper went out. Don't know yet what caused it, but I might find out more. In the meantime, there's another thing I need to ask you to do. Please, I need you to try and locate my team.
Could you get any useful data off that thing?
Wait. What is this? Mission briefing. Sent directly from the boardroom to Chief Helvig months ago. Can't open it. This is really high-level encryption. I mean top-shelf, super sensitive shit. I need to hack this. I know it's a private briefing and all, but I think these are extenuating circumstances, right? It's not gonna be easy. It'll probably take me a while.
Any idea where your team is?
I just picked up a distress beacon. It's Rodriguez, but nowhere near the chopper. It's coming from way down at the bottom of that sinkhole. If Rodriguez or any of the others are alive, you notice the fire starter roller coaster nearby, right? Well, just hop in, and I'll send it right down to no man's land. Just, maybe don't eat anything too heavy before the ride. Good luck out there.
Right, perfect. So we got our orders. We're going to look for the rest of the search and rescue team. They are down way below, and in order to get there, he said we should take the fire-started roller coaster, and that's exactly what we are going to do. So I'm just going to head up here into the CREO Action Plateau. Here is the fire starter. Now, what we want is over on the left-hand side, so I'm just going to disregard these mascots. I'm just going to get hit by this mascot. Excuse me. And right up here, just go to the front. I don't know about you, but I definitely prefer the front of the roller coaster, and let's go for a ride.
Okay, give me a second to get this thing started.
I love that little sequence. It's simple, but it's fun. Right away, we get another Kinteo-Plasmic Shunt V3, so that is going to heal us after 5 consecutive hits, as long as they're pretty quick. So probably best suited for your twin-rigged varieties. So now we have another power charge here. It has to be CP 85. I am at 55, if you didn't notice, by the way, just to show you there, 55. And we have an audio log, and then start to look out into the distance if we can see them. Oh, never mind, he's actually in here now. So this is a nanite drone. These guys are tough. They will hit pretty hard. What I'm going to do is just take simple hits here, try and get some energy, and get rid of him now. Start storing some drone modules if I can. There we go. Those are going to be very, very useful. So let's listen to this audio log. We're going to continue. There's 2 more nanite drones and then an item just over there and then a secret item kind of directly below us.
Hi again. This is Chief Engineer Bloom. I've called before. I'm trying to reach the Central Safety Committee about the blueprints I sent over. I just want to reiterate the safety protocols we have in place at CREO World. Our megastructure support pillar is as solid as Fort Knox. 1,000 years will all be dust and that thing will still be standing. Just let me know you got the specs, yeah? My job's kind of riding on this passing inspection.
All right, so Chief Engineer Bloom gave us some information. I already took a pretty big hit there. You can see even with Mark III gear, that is pretty hefty damage. So I'm going to have to be really careful here. Do I have any more drones I could set up? Nope, just that one, just the big fire one. So I actually have all of my drone modules favorited. So by the way, over here, just want to show you where we are going to be coming out. We have this door right here, but in order to loop around, and this you have to be very careful with, we're going to drop down right here. And you have to be very careful because I wanted to show you there's a hole there that you can easily fall down. I'll see in a moment. So like I said, be very careful. I actually forgot all about that hole right in the corner. So we are just going to walk very carefully. Grab our scrap. There we go. And then just a little jump here. Perfect. And we get an XL Vital Boost V4. So that does take CP10. It does give you an extra 40 to 135 HP, which scales with your CP, your core power. This I find really interesting. A recovered photo. And it's actually of us, Warren, and our girlfriend Elizabeth. We can actually take a look at this. If we go to our organizer, we can take a look at the photo, which is right here. And we can actually even view it. So there we are, standing in front of the Iron Mouse statue with our girlfriend Elizabeth. We'll actually get a little bit more information on Warren Elizabeth, which is pretty interesting. So we were here before, and we're going to learn more about our backstory in just a little bit. So taking this exolift down, this is when we're going to start running into the search and rescue individuals. I love this part. I love this whole section because you can see everything is just in rubble. Everything's been torn down. You see what looks to be a first aid station straight ahead. And in fact, we can go use that to heal up. But then we have another one over here in the corner, but it seems to be moving. Let's take a look. And these are the search and rescue operators. These are the ones who are actually sent to help. And I'm taking a lot of needless damage. So I need to try and not die. There we go. Can I get the cut? Looks like it. So we're going to talk more about these as we kill more and more.
Those guys have families. All they ever wanted was to help people. Man, I was really holding out hope some of them would be okay. I guess that was stupid with everything going on out there. Look, if the rest of them if they try to kill you too, you do what you need to do. I just don't need to know about it, okay?
I just wanted Largo to finish speaking. So we were able to cut off his weapon-wielding arm. So we got the S&R Jackdaw. So the Jackdaw is a twin-rigged weapon with high proficiency scaling. It does give you only about 10% energy gain, so not the greatest. But if you take a look at it, this is what I really appreciate. You can actually see that they are equipped with tools. There's a cutting tool, there's a gripping tool. They are truly equipped with life-saving devices, including a health pack right on their back. I just absolutely love that little detail. We have an Endurance Enhancer XL Implant that does take core power 6, 25 to 60 stamina, and scales with your CP. And if you find these guys and they are dead, you can actually get a free heal off of them. Or sometimes when you kill the actual living search and rescue workers, you can also get a free heal. Now, I want to start getting some more of the eagle armor. Let's bait some of these attacks. I'm going to go for the head this time. And there we go. Should get the cut nice and easy. And it might actually give me a free heal off this one. There is the schematic for the head. And no, I don't know what causes them to either disintegrate like that or to stay put. I'm not really sure. But the eagle set, I said I was going to talk about this next time. Oh, but it's going to have to wait just a moment while I deal with this guy. In fact, why don't I go ahead and listen to this?
Hello, can anyone hear me? This is S&R Officer Rodriguez. Something's happening, something big. Our chopper went down. I don't know what hit it. It got real bad real fast. We lost Largo and the ops. Helvig was injured. We left him at the crash site to look for help. Me, Eastwood, and Nordberg, but something's wrong. They're acting crazy. Nordberg grabbed a rock and started bashing himself in the head. I tried to stop him, but then Eastwood attacked me. He was trying to kill me. I didn't have a choice. It all happened so fast. Oh God, here comes Nordberg.
Well, we weren't able to get that weapon. That was actually essentially the version 1 of Helvig's Kingfisher. That was just a normal Kingfisher. So normal staff weapon. Ooh, not going to get the cut. Didn't have enough energy there. That's okay. Was really hoping for the leg piece. But that would have given us the normal S&R Kingfisher.
You're close to the rusty spring tower. Maybe you should check it out and see if you can get it going from down there.
So here we're going to get our first shortcut. We're actually going to unlock the Rusty Spring Tower. That will allow us to get from Operation down here very quickly. But I mentioned again the Eagle Armor. If you have the full set equipped, you will get 1 additional injectable for every healing injectable that you have, which can actually be pretty beneficial. Now, a couple of things to take note of. We have some of those exploding canisters straight ahead. We have this rescue worker coming at us with the Kingfisher, so I do want to cut that. But you also see immediately to my left, we do have another one, so we're going to have to watch that. Careful. I'm just going to try and do a couple of pokes here. Well, that was not very effective. Good dodge. There's one. There's the cut. Nicely done. Right. So there is our S&R, or Search and Rescue Kingfisher, a staff with high proficiency scaling, 30% energy gain, and like I said, essentially this is just the version 1 of Helvig's. Okay, so what do we need here? Let's go for a body. Oh, good hit. I didn't think he was going to reach me there. Oh, wow, he is just staying right out of reach, it seems. A lot of good hits on the chest there. Oh, you jerk. They do a lot of dodging. A couple of more pokes ought to do it. There we are. That's going to give us the chest piece. So now we still need, I believe, just the head, and that ought to do it. So we can just leave these intact. We don't really need to blow them up. So here's the Rusty Spring Tower. We can call it down just so we have access to it. That will unlock it. Oh, and it's already at our floor. Now up here, let's go ahead and climb up here. This is going to be another little shortcut. We'll unlock this door sometime later. This is just one of the lumberjack mantis wearing guys. But underneath this crate, we do get another Vital Boost XLV4. We've already talked about that. And then actually, if we circle around the tower, that is how we're going to get back up to operations. There's nothing up top or down below, but in the back here, we do get the S&R Falcon. So this is an axe weapon. We got one of these in the base game, the Fenrig. It's another one of these single-handed weapons. So this is a single-handed weapon, high proficiency scaling, and 30% energy gain. Pretty good little weapon. I really like the axe weapons. They're very quick, which is very fun. Okay, so we have up there, you can see there's another search and rescue worker with a shiny. But here we go. Here's some more information on Warren and Elizabeth.
Please start by telling us your name, age, and what brought you to CREO World today.
My name is Elizabeth. How old? None of your business. And I got dragged here today by my boyfriend because, I don't know. Why are we here, Warren?
We are here to revel in the wonders of CREO science. And because I want to meet Carbon Cat.
What do you love about CREO? And what do you most wish CREO would change?
Oh boy, I don't know. I got a great CREO dishwasher at home. And to change? How about you stop selling these stupid Super Mouse t-shirts?
Okay, that's enough.
I was trying to go for this guy's head. You can see they can actually heal themselves. I'm not going to be able to safely get him, though, so I'm actually just going to completely leave him alone. He's not going to be able to get to us. Instead, we'll just grab this scrap and continue moving on. You can see some more mascots just hanging from the ceiling. Luckily, those are all automatrons. They're not actual people. Now, we do have some corrosive material here, so be sure, if you're not... There you go. If you're not using something like the Liquidator armor or the Elite Hazard set, make sure that you are jumping over those. So we have another enemy coming up. This guy can be extremely, extremely dangerous. This is a nanite-infused mascot. So we are going to focus on something that hits as hard as possible. But before we do that, we can unlock that shortcut we just saw. So let's get this guy going. And a couple more hits. There we go. Don't really care about the cut. I already have all the Mantis gear. Oh, that's right. There is a charging station right there that we need to get first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up with the flare, and then I want something nice and heavy hitting. Okay, now back up, set myself on fire accidentally. So these guys have some huge attacks. There's that one that causes a big shockwave. Luckily, I have some really good stun potential. I'm actually just going to try and set him on fire again, see if I can kill him with that. Probably not. But this ought to do it. There we go. Really, really good for scrap. Over 3,000. That's actually going to give me a couple of charges back of my consumables. Nothing in there. All right, now let's use this overcharge station. And then we can just head back and unlock that door. This way, if you die, there is no other operator station. There's no other med bay. You do go back to the one with Largo in it. So this would allow us to use the Rusty Spring Tower and just immediately get back to this little train depot. So we do need to still be careful because there's a lot more of this corrosive material around. You can see it straight ahead, but we do have an implant back there. We're going to have to kind of quickly hop to that here in just a moment. Now what I'm going to do is I am actually going to use this drone module because there is an explosive tank right there. You can see it just in the corner, and I believe that's already primed. So if I actually run past that, in fact, that might work as a nice little trap. If I run past it, it is going to trigger. So let's... Oh, it got me. It got me really good. It got him a little bit, but not as good as it got me. Alright, let's not take too much damage here, hopefully. Taking way more than I'd hoped. Come on. Where are you going? Back up, back up. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, we are going to have to kind of reset this encounter, get some more space to work with. We can use the drone, the concussive drone, to knock them down. Let's see, where are they at? Are they both down there right now? Tell you what. Well, I don't have the energy for it. But these drones will do a massive, massive amount of damage here. In fact, he's already dead. A couple of pokes later. The camera angle right now is just terrible. And there's the kill. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get either of their first aid stations, which is a shame. Over here, we do have an XL Vital Boost V4 yet again. And then we are going to have to be very, very quick on our feet, as quick as we can. We could switch over to the Liquidator gear, but I am just going to instead just run and grab that. That was a Paladium E-cell V4. That'll give us 20 to 60 energy, depending on our core power. It does take core power of 5 to use. I have to use Vital Injection. This area is just too dangerous not to. Alright, tell you what, why don't we go over to Helvig's Kingfisher. Nothing here. So in here we're going to have another nanite-infused mascot. There's also an enemy over to our right. But if we're careful, she'll be able to pull us off just fine. There's another drone power circuit. CP4 does give you 50% extra drone damage. Now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use that to set, well, not to set that off yet, but it will go ahead and at least do a little bit of damage, not much, to that drone mascot. And then we can go ahead and throw our flare launcher at him. And there's that shockwave we really don't want to get hit by. Back up, back up, back up. There it is again. Okay, now I can't see, but I can do some good damage here. Long range on that attack, by the way. And the finish. Good. Got him down. Perfect. So now we have access to this overcharge station, which is just going to allow us to open up that door you see in the distance. And if I'm quick, I can store a drone charge. There we go. Okay, this isn't going too badly. Not too badly, but the worst is yet to come.
Reading some activity here.
I do like this. So if we use our drone, we can arm both of these tanks. Don't get too close. And then, as that worker comes back, and he will come back. In fact, I'm going to back up a little bit because the explosions are pretty big. So there's one hit. He may heal after that, I'm not sure. Nope, it didn't actually do that much damage. There we go. And then we can just rush in. And get the cut. Can I have your health pack? Nope, afraid. Oh, I can actually. Perfect. So there's a free healing. You don't get too terribly much, but you get a little something. Oh, and actually, he's still available for more. And there's a free one right here. So let's just jump over all of the acid. Nothing else behind us. We have this exo lift heading up. Okay, so we do have another search and rescue operator right here. Let me check my... Is he already at health? He's only at half health. Interesting. I'm not sure if I've gotten all the schematics I need. Let's sort by newest. I have the eagle body, head. Nope, I still need the leg. That's good to know. All right. Let's just back up. One of the best things about the staff weapons is this dash and poke. The dash and poke is just so effective. Granted, I didn't get enough energy built up in order to cut the leg off, but that's okay. Another vital injection. CP6, 180 HP restored. There is access to here. Now, as we go forward, there is an event coming up that means you cannot die. We have the opportunity to save an NPC named Rusty Rat. He's actually Iron Mouse's sidekick. He has been taken captive by Carbon Cat, who is going to be the final boss of this DLC. And once we hear him start to talk, if we die, he dies. Supposedly it is timed as well. I have not had that been my experience, but you need to pay very close attention because we're about to start hearing Rusty Rat's voice. But we have some nanite drones, and there is a search and rescue operator nearby. Where is he hiding? Alright, let's get some information here.
One voicemail recovered from previous visit. CREO, keeping your memories close to heart.
Are you crazy, Warren? Seriously, what the hell is wrong with you? You couldn't look me in the eye for months after the accident. And then you call to say you want to be a lumberjack? Okay, look, I get it. I was with you at that stupid CREO World show. To be able to walk again, I get it, I do. But to give your body over to that company, don't do this, Warren. CREO isn't the answer.
Trying to get this other drone's attention. So you could hear that was Warren leaving a voicemail, or excuse me, that was Elizabeth leaving a voicemail for Warren, absolutely just pleading with him to please don't give your body over to CREO. But he's just too excited. He's stuck in a wheelchair and he would love the opportunity to walk again. Here we go. Oh, didn't get the block there. I guess it was too high. That's all right. That's not. That's okay. Down to 2 vital injections. So this is right above the train depot. Oh, by the way, during that voicemail, if you were paying attention, you could hear Rusty Rat pleading for help. He is going to be seen just in the next room. So if we were to drop down here, we're just in the bottom section. So you don't want to do that. Instead, we want to jump over to this section. Very carefully. Get some more scrap that's hidden here. Now we have another drone. Let's see, I do have a few things that I can use against him. So you know what? I'm going to play this one pretty safe. Not much damage there, but that's okay. Oh, careful. That shockwave still got me. And that is his huge overhead slam. We need to back up. What do we got? Shockwave. Okay, what do we got? There's a big swipe. Back up. And should be able to get the finish. There we go, perfect. Another audio log here. So let's listen to this as we carefully get down and get that item, and then we're gonna head up and see Rusty Rat.
Don't kill me! But I'm not as tasty as I look!
So the audio log got cut off, but that was Carbon Cat just talking about how he was going to kill Iron Mouse once and for all. But we just saw Rusty Rat, a human in a mascot costume, being chased by the infamous and the evil Carbon Cat, who apparently was just as affected by the surge as anyone else, which sounds pretty dangerous to me.
I tried to contact you, but I couldn't get your signal. I picked up a distress beacon from someone down there. Keep an eye out.
Okay, another enemy right here, so I still do need that leg. Let's do some dash and pokes here. Hopefully get it this time. The only thing with the dash and poke is that it's pretty slow at generating energy, but it is by far the safest, most effective way of taking them out, especially because it does seem to have extremely high impact, unlike many of the staff moves. There is the schematic, so that is the final set of the Eagle gear. By the way, I didn't mention this previously, but during that audio log, I did get another Endurance Enhancer XL implant. Alright, so another S&R. We're going to lead him back here. There's too many drop-offs there that I don't want to get hit by. So, dash and pokes. Ooh, still got the hit. Bunch of pokes there. And there's the cut. Hopefully I can get his healing station. It doesn't look like it. I wonder if you have to kill them without actually tearing them apart in order to get at that. That very well could be. Alright, so we're going to carefully grab this scrap. Very carefully. Down below, that is actually the final boss arena. Directly below us. So we're not too far. There's some rockets showing off Project Resolve. And of course Utopia, but we don't really learn about Utopia until later on in the base game. So we are going to get an opportunity to get some shortcuts here. Actually, several really good shortcuts. But this, check out this weapon. You can actually see it lying on the ground. This is the Carbide Cable Whip. I will probably use this in the final boss encounter. This is a single rigged weapon with very high proficiency scaling, 75% energy gain. Absolutely massive. And it does elemental damage, which can be really useful depending on the circumstance. Now, check out where we're headed here. Like I said, that manhole cover would reveal a shortcut later on, and here we are. There's operation, so if we needed to rest or change up our gear, we most certainly can. But now we have a nice, quick, and easy way to get back to exactly where we just were. So let's head back. You could probably hear it already, but there is another nanite-infused mascot, but we also have a nanite drone. I would much rather get the nanite drone first. May not be able to get that. Now there also is... There's a power cell, but that's actually a little bit further. Let's see if we can get this guy's attention with just the drone shot here. Are you interested? Are you at all interested? I'm pretty close. No? Okay. Then tell you what, we're going to just have to deal with this guy. I think we're going to switch over to our Moonlight. Let's drop a drone on you. And we got both attention. That's not good. So we're going to have to back up. The drone should be able to follow pretty easily. In fact, I can use this to generate a little energy. And finish. Ooh, not before he got a good hit off. Taking way too much damage. Hopefully that's going to be okay. Good hit, good hit. Watch the huge swipe. Get some good impact there. Watch the swipe. And that's actually a really good move to get a lot of damage on if you can avoid it. Oh, which I'm not going to. Whew. That was a little bit too close for comfort, but we have a lot of energy saved up, so let's go ahead and use all of the drones that we can. Getting really low on health. Let's listen to this audio log as I continue. In fact, let's, what you can do, if you can get the drone in the right position, you can actually use this to destroy those. Perfect. That's what we wanted.
These people are sheep. Look at them laughing their asses off on stupid rides as stupid kids. Look at how blind they are. How willfully innocent. No one is innocent. We've all caused this mess by our lazy acceptance of it. Some shiny, slick corporation full of promises and PR. Well, guess what, assholes? CREO's not coming to save you!
Okay, use my flare to get some damage off on this guy. By the way, oh, do you drop something else? Yeah, just some tech scrap. Over here, this is blocking a shortcut. So this cart here, this roller coaster car, once it's moved, we can actually access the area right before the boss. We're going to have a very quick run back if and when we need it, because I'm going to tell you right now, this boss is definitely no pushover. Let's see, what do we want to do here? I think if we can target that power core, which we can. There we go. You can hear Rusty Rat again. Ooh, well, we did just get a shortcut, so I will be right back. Okay, with him dead, we are now safe to collect our scrap. We also have this right here, this Overcharge Station. I'm going to show you exactly where that goes. I should be safe leaving that. Let's go ahead and take care of that right now. Because actually what we want to do, you can see there's an item down there. We do want to drop down, so we can do that right here, nice and safe. Oh, relatively so, since there is a drone here. Surprised that actually didn't hit me. I'm going to save up some stamina. I want to actually generate some energy if I can. So I'm just going to block, do a nice attack. And we'll go ahead and finish. There we go. Now I can start storing all of my modules again. Looks like I have them all. Perfect. Here's another Medi-Voltaic Regulator V4. Does give you energy, or excuse me, health every time you have enough energy if you decide to use it. It does take CP8, so it's a pretty high cost implant, but for later playthroughs or just later on in this one, you should be fine. Alright, so a couple of options here. We have a door right here. We also have a door right here. And nothing over here. So let's actually unlock this, because I believe this is just the shortcut. Sure enough. So now we're back where we started here, but now we can take this route. And over here, you can see we have another photo. We'll take a look at that just as soon as we deal with this big buddy, whose head, conveniently, is unprotected. And we'll just get the cut just to get rid of him nice and quick. Didn't drop anything for us. All right, let's take a look at that photo that we just got. This one's kind of funny. So you have Warren there right in the middle and all these people surrounding it. I haven't looked into it, but I would maybe think that this is some of the development team, because you can see he's completely generated by the computer graphics, whereas everyone else actually seems to be a photo. So I'm not sure. If you do know, please let me know. That'd be a pretty interesting little Easter egg. Another kinetic converter, so really good for giving us more energy anytime we block an attack. That's what I'm using right now. It does take core power of 4. And now, hopefully you can recognize exactly where we are. We are now back in Iron Mouse Plaza. The operation station is nice and close. I don't care about losing all my energy to this guy. But now we have yet another shortcut opportunity if we like. It's one thing that the Surge did really well, but also at the same time strangely poorly. Because they have all of these great shortcuts and loopbacks and cutbacks, but the actual level design left a little bit something to be desired, because a lot of it was just these corridors, these tight spaces. But it already looks like from some of the photos I've seen of the Surge 2... Oh, I just realized I died. I don't think I can save Rusty Rat. Well, I guess we're about to find out, because that's going to happen right here. But yeah, I'm hoping that in Surge 2 we get a lot more open environments.
Help me! I'm trapped! That damn cat is after me! Seriously, please!
Maybe we still have time. Maybe we still have time. Alright, just over here. Plasmic Regulator or Regenerator, so that's just the healing over time.
I'm over here! Ah, get me out of this! Help! Dude, please!
Let's deal with this drone, who is not interested in us for some reason. And the finish. Alright, let's listen to this audio log as hopefully we get up to save Rusty Rat. In fact, no, I think we're supposed to go. Oh, gosh, I'm so turned around.
Your dearest friend Iron Mouse has no idea what's coming. Just wait till he gets a load of his puny sidekick.
I don't want to die! Please help me!
Tied to a rocket rigged with explosives ready to blow.
Help me! I'm trapped!
As for you, Iron Mouse, just wait till you fall into my dastardly trap. It's what you deserve for always ruining my plans. Soon I will destroy you and your do-gooder sidekick once and for all, along with anyone who stands in my way.
Okay, so I have been proven wrong. It is not that you can't die. It either is timed or you have to die after you first see him in order to actually lose out on this opportunity. But we were able to see him. If you did just do that, you just got an achievement. But now we can talk to him and find out kind of some hilarious backstory to Mr. Rusty Rat.
All right, you're safe now. Everything okay?
Oh my god. My god. Thank you. Thank you so much. I thought I was a goner. I'm shivering all over. That was so damn close. Hell, phew. Thank you. Look, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here before that crazy cat shows up again.
Do you have any idea why that cat mascot was trying to blow you up?
Are you kidding? I don't have any idea why any of this crazy shit is going on. I'm just a guy stuck in a rat suit on the worst day of his life. But it's gotta have something to do with that stuff. I mean, you've seen it too, right? That shiny black and purple goop that moves all by itself? I don't know what it is, but the Carbon Cat mascot got covered in it. I mean, that thing wasn't exactly nice before. It was always programmed to act like an asshole. It also pretended it wanted me and Iron Mouse dead, but now it's gone totally insane. Like, the goop corrupted its processes, made the synth think it was actually Carbon Cat? That thing is dangerous, man.
So he mentioned he was stuck in his suit.
What do you mean you're stuck in your rat suit?
Well, funny story, really. Okay, it's not so much that I'm stuck exactly, it's that, well, I'm not exactly wearing anything underneath. Yeah, and the locker room is at the bottom of that sinkhole, probably surrounded by crazy killer robots. Not the biggest problem anyone's having today, but awkward.
So what's your story? What do you do here?
How you doing? Name's Ralph, and I'm nobody interesting, just a dude trapped inside a rusty rat costume. Story of my life, you know. I actually applied for the QA supervisor position at CREO, but this other dude got the job. Totally not qualified. Seriously, a bogus move on their part, but hey, they must have felt bad about it. Because they invited me to be an official mascot of the park, which isn't so bad when you think about it, right? Right? Live long and prosper out there, dude.
That has nothing to do with Iron Mouse. That's Star Wars. Ugh. Unbelievable. Believe it was Gimli the dwarf who said that. Alright, well he will go back to the operations station, so if you want to talk to Rusty Rat more, you most certainly can. But over here, we do have another item, the ASTir Plasma Augur, single rigged weapon with high impact, 50% energy gain. Not too shabby. So now we can loop back around. We gotta go back down. We're actually pretty close to the final confrontation of this DLC. And then just go around this rocket. And in here we are going to have another lumberjack. Now be careful because there is one of the fuel tanks right there. So what we want to do instead is actually get this guy's attention and let him set it off without us running in there. There we go. And one more poke ought to do it. There he is. He is dead. Does he drop his health pack? He does not. I wonder if it's because this is an elemental, so they're burning up. I really should do some testing. That's pretty interesting. Plasmic accumulator, so overhealing stored as a health buffer. Does take core power of 7. And we just have a few more enemies in the way. Gotta be careful with that overhead. Oop, that's okay. We're actually going to be going back up to the med bay after this anyway because we are going to be switching gear. So with that drone, whoop, careful. Okay, tell you what. Why don't we go back to our severed rotor blade? Because your head is particularly unarmored. You don't seem to mind though. Nor do I. I don't need to get the cut. Just some scrap over here. And now, we do have... Let's see, what can I store? We do have a nanite-infused mascot who is in a really bad position because we don't want to get too close. Tell you what can we do here? He's got that big shockwave. If we get close enough, we can unleash this fire drone who is going to completely miss. Perfect. Okay, now he's kind of in a better position. It's not ideal. And we are going to take a lot of damage from him. But you know what? We can actually stand here and kind of knock him out of these, I think. Tell you what, let's just tank it. And one more. There we go. So now he is dead. That is actually the last enemy that's in our way. So we are now fine to continue on. That is active, so I just wanted to set that off. I could have used my drone to shoot it. There's some tech scrap. Now, you can see Carbon Cat right down there. That is the final boss arena. But I said before, we're not going in with this gear. So tell you what, let me show you this little shortcut up here. Grab some more scrap. And up here we can use just a core power of 10, so that's base level, by the way. That will get rid of this car. And by getting rid of that car, we now have access to an incredible shortcut, because right up here, this is where we can just go right up into Iron Mouse Plaza. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to see you just outside of the boss arena in just a second, because you want to fight him wearing the Iron Mouse armor. See you in a moment. And with that theme music, you can see we are now Iron Mouse. So if you don't remember how to get that, I do have videos with my base game walkthrough that'll show you exactly how to get all 5 shining coins that you need to get that. The nice thing is, it doesn't take any core power. So you can actually stack a lot more implants. You can see all of them on the screen. By the way, this is post-commentary. This boss is actually pretty difficult, and it does take a good while to take him down. So I decided to focus on the fight and instead just do post-commentary. So if you want to see exactly what those implants are, you can go ahead and pause the video at any point. One of the biggest things that I'm using, though, is the adrenaline shunt. For only 20 energy, I can actually slow the enemies down and allow myself more time to deal damage. The name of this game is to only get 1, maybe 2 hits in at a time, and then back off so you can actually bait some of his long range attacks. What I found is that in both phase 1 and 2, the closer you are, the more dangerous Carbon Cat becomes. So you can see here I'm taking a lot of unnecessary damage, using my drones quite frequently. In fact, as soon as I have the energy saved up, I do use another drone, whether it is this flame tank or it is the flare launcher. Anything that can do damage over time seems to be very helpful. You can see I am blocking some of his attacks in order to generate more energy, but I'll dash in, get 1 hit, maybe 2 at most, and then I'm getting out. During this first phase, he can use the nanites to attract this local debris, do an overhead slam, which is fairly easy to dodge but will do a lot of damage if it does connect, but he can also use it to shoot straight at you or just become a very large fist. But with phase 1 down, we are now in phase 2, the last phase of this fight. Here he is with a very large overhead slam. That is a great opportunity to get at least 1 hit in, if not 2. But still using the same tactic I was using in phase 1, where anytime I have the energy saved up, I am going to deploy a drone. I also have most of my drone charges saved up. Here's another overhead slam. Dash in for the hit. Really big wind-up attack, but you can still get in and get a quick poke. This is a really good opportunity to use a staff weapon just because of that great poking ability we've been using. Here's the forward punch, another opportunity to get in and get a couple of hits, although I should have saved a little bit of stamina for dashing out. Here's a back and forth swipe. He does have some attacks you actually won't even see in this fight, and it's because of my spacing. I'm trying to bait his long range attacks by staying far away, but if I stay close to medium, he does have a couple others, such as a missile attack, or just a couple of punch attacks, which will do a lot of damage. Here's the overhead again. We can already start getting in, that way I can dash, get a couple of hits, and still have stamina to get out. You can see this fight does take a little while simply because you really don't have a chance to get in there and do any sustained damage. Every now and then you will see me use the adrenaline shunt, although it's just not as effective as I was hoping. It did allow me to get some free damage, but not too much. By the way, when he's doing that punch attack, it is definitely best, in my opinion, to dodge to the left. If you dodge to the right, it seems to have better tracking, which means it can actually follow you better, and it has a higher chance of hitting you, and that will do a lot of damage with a single hit. During this debris field attack, the best idea is just to stay back, although as soon as it drops, you can get in there for a quick hit. Here's the overhead, great for punishing. Sending out my drone yet again. There's a good jump attack. As long as you dodge to the left, again, you should have opportunity to get some hits in. Running a bit low on my injectables. And here's one we haven't seen yet. This is when he actually uses the propeller or the rotor of the helicopter as a weapon. You can see that will do some considerable damage. Only a couple of bars left. Here's the debris field again. There's another rather dangerous attack that he hasn't used yet, but he is going to, where he will send out clouds of the nanites, and the problem is it actually creates a field that it's tough to get through. You can dodge through and not take damage if you're good about dodging, but if you're not, or if you walk through it, it'll do a lot of damage just by walking into it. There's some good damage from my drone. Here's the jump attack. Once again, dodge to the left, not the right. A couple of really solid hits there. Here's the punch. Dodge to the left, get in for a hit. And this is going to be that nanite spray. You can see it does follow you for a little bit, but then it does leave a few of those clouds around. If you're going to be passing through there, you have to dodge at the last second in order to use those iframes to get through safely. You can see right here, there was the dodge, but now I still have to worry about them because they take quite a long time to disappear. Here's the punch. Stayed in a little bit too close, but we only have a few more hits. There's a great opportunity for punishing with that overhead. Not getting greedy. Wait for the double slice. Get in. And next time should finish him off. I use my adrenaline shunt. And one more. There we go. And we get the Scrapeglaive of the Cat version 2.0. Carbon Cat is defeated. If this is your first time, you will get a trophy for killing Carbon Cat and one for wearing the Iron Mouse armor if you do have it equipped. That is the Carbon Cat versus Iron Mouse achievement. But let's take a look at that weapon. So it is a heavy-duty weapon with 80 damage. It is already upgraded to Mark III, which is great to get a pre-upgraded weapon. You can see 57 elemental damage, which is pretty massive. And it does have very high proficiency scaling. It is a great little weapon to use. And now, in order to escape, because we do want to head back to the operation station, we can just carefully and quickly hop down all of these holes. And there's not much in these corridors, but do be on the lookout for an audio log, some scrap, and if you do have the CP, there is a nano core station. There we go, 70 CP. But just up ahead, here's an audio log.
One voicemail recovered from previous visit. CREO, keeping your memories close to heart.
Look, Warren, I know I can't talk you out of this. I hope CREO works out for you. I really do. Remember that t-shirt you wanted when we were at the park? And I told you it was stupid? Iron Mouse. Well, I bought you one. It's not stupid. It's important to you. I get that. I want you to wear it when you go for your interview today. Okay? Good luck in there, sugar.
There is the last voicemail from Elizabeth to Warren. And as we continue to make our way topside, these doors will open in front of us, and we are now right inside the entrance to CREO World. So we need to make our way back to the operations to get some more dialogue from Largo and from Rusty Rat.
I can't believe you beat that thing. Carbon Cat mascot was beyond out of control. I'm just glad you survived. But listen, I finally hacked the encrypted mission briefing the boardroom sent to my chief. It explains a lot.
Just want to show the Scrapeglaive of the cat in action. Look at that damage. And here in operations, we have quite a bit of dialogue, so sit back and relax and let's get some more story about the surge.
Search and rescue team is currently hiring. Apply now.
Are you alright?
What else do you know?
It's like they knew something was gonna happen. They wanted my search and rescue squad on high alert patrolling CREO World for the past couple months. We've been watching for signs of failure in an electromagnetic containment field below the park. That's right, below the park. And what were they keeping down there? Huh. Would you be shocked to know it was that black nanite sludge? Turns out CREO was working on creating some kind of self-replicating nanotechnology called Project Utopia.
Were you able to uncover anything else about this Project Utopia?
From what I've been able to hack, this Project Utopia may be at the root of everything that happened here. Apparently, the Resolve program has had serious problems for years. Project Utopia was some sort of Plan B. So they started working on nanites. Looks like a single Utopia rocket could disperse them through damn near the whole atmosphere. It would achieve the same result as hundreds of Resolve rockets. So what's the downside, you ask? I think the nanites programming got fried, just like everything else. Now, they're replicating like crazy.
I think your team didn't make it.
I'm afraid you might be right. I don't know what to say. Trying to save lives here, not lose them. I guess I'm the last one left in my squad. I'm not gonna rescue anyone, but at least I can use my skills to find out why all this happened.
This place isn't safe. We've done what we can. We should get you out of here.
Actually, I've been thinking I should stay here for now. Official troops are gonna arrive at some point. Someone will need to guide them. Run operations for them. But thank you. For everything. Without you, I'd never have known what had happened to my team. I would always have to wonder. You should go back to the factory. Try to find the boardroom. It's clear the board knows exactly what is happening. I'm sure you'll find the answers. Here's a map to the executive forum. Good luck, my friend. Good luck out there.
Oh, hey, you. I'm so happy to see you again. You saved my life, dude.
Everything all right?
As long as Iron Mouse is on my side, I shall have no fear. Live long and prosper out there, dude.
But that is going to do it for my walkthrough of A Walk in the Park, the Surge's first DLC. We do have the good, the bad, and the augmented coming out very soon, so look for a walkthrough on that as well. But I hope you learned something, and if you did, leave me a comment below, let me know what you learned, and if I missed something, as always, put that down there below so we can all keep learning. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.